Today I'm here with my dear friend, Irina Sinclair.
I'm a founder of women's community. It's a business community called ANIMA, which means soul. When I was singing, I didn't feel any stage fright, and I felt that I was so powerful. This is the turning point. When you make this deep decision, deep choice inside you, like, this is enough. She just came from Russia 2 months ago, and she's receiving a call back after I passed all the auditions for the X Factor show, and I got that call, and I will remember this evening like throughout all my life. What is the best song that kind of translates my energy, my vibe, my character? That's like, of course it's Tina Turner. You're simply the best.
Hello everyone, Galina Lipina here, and today I'm here with my dear friend, Irina Sinclair.
Yes.
And she is a girl of many talents. And she has been in the business industry, she has been in the singing industry, she moved countries, she achieved crazy dreams in her very young age. So I'm gonna let her introduce yourself. So Irina, share some of the kind of like the high level for people to get all the different facets of you.
Okay, thank you so much for this beautiful introduction. So I'm a founder of women's community. It's a business community called ANIMA, which means soul. So we are doing business with our souls. We are making ourselves visible and very vibrant, shiny, and self-expressed. So it's all centered around the idea of self-expression, because I'm also a trainer and mentor in public speaking, pitching, voice techniques, and all of that stuff. And I make superstars in their real lives.
And you model that starting with yourself.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love the stage. I love being on the stage. So I'm bringing that powerful feeling to the audience, to my crowd, to my members.
So I want to start in the start.
Okay.
And the part of your story that really inspired me, how when you were growing up, stage was the place where you felt like home. And I haven't heard anybody thing like that. So can you share a little bit more with?
Sure. So, like I said, I was born and raised on stage. I was stuttering badly almost all my childhood. So my mom thought it's going to be a good decision to take me to the choir. And when I was singing, I didn't feel any stage fright, and I felt that I was so powerful, and it was giving me that kind of feeling that everything can be achievable, that you're standing on the stage, you're feeling that magic. And even during some hard times in my life, when I was experiencing some bullying in school, because it was really hard for me sometimes even to start talking. I was turning red, blank, couldn't even say something. And that side of me that I was reminding myself, hey, you can be on the stage and you can sing better than anyone. It was sticking with me and giving me that support and feel that I can be more than just that. And, you know, it really helps in life, feeling that sort of strength and basic feeling that you can support yourself. And I think this is the best part in any person's life.
Yeah. And so you're from Russia. You grew up in Russia.
Yes.
And then
near Siberia.
Near Siberia. Very cold.
Very cold.
Do you love cold weather?
No, like you. Like yourself, I do not. That's why I picked Los Angeles, because it was quite opposite from anything that I experienced before. I lived in London, I lived in Moscow, and you know, like, you don't need to get a car to get around. And in Los Angeles, it's like different planet completely. So that's why I like it.
So you kind of skimmed through, it's like, oh, Russia, London, Los Angeles. What was your journey? How did you leave Russia? What motivated you to move? And like, how did you make all that happen?
So, quite honestly, I never felt Russia that it was my home. I didn't feel that I belonged to that country. So I was very, very different from other people. I didn't fit into the society, I guess. So, but I didn't get to that point, at my younger age. And I was in some relationships, and some relationships, they didn't work well. And I was like, whatever. I just made this, deep decision. And I think that this is the turning point. When you make this deep decision, deep choice inside you, like, this is enough. This is enough. Nothing is here for me. I just need to move on. So that's why I was like, okay, so what is that I really want? And I had some options, actually. I had the option to buy a car in Russia, to go and get a driver's license, or go to London and get some world-class education in singing. And everyone was telling me, like, come on, you need to become grounded, like down to earth, like
Grow up.
Exactly. Like, get a car, get around, like, you need to start a family, do this or that things. And I was like, is it really that I want to do that sort of things? And I was like, no, I have just one life. I want to experience that all kinds of possibilities and opportunities that are here in this world. The world is not just about your own country or your own circle. It's way more. It's way beyond that. And that's why I got inspired. It was so scary, by the way, really. But I passed all the exams through online sessions in just like a few hours. My mom was filming me, and we had like 5 hours before the actual auditions were closed. But we got it. And I came to London, and I fell in love with the city. It was completely amazing. And the international melting pot, the level of the education, mentors, coaches, music culture, everything. I just fell in love.
Interesting you say that. I visited London a couple of times.
Oh, really?
My best friend from college lives there now.
Do you like it?
I visited she loves it. And I just visited for a very short time, and I thought I would hate it because I don't like rain, and I don't like drizzle, and I don't like cold, and I was there in the fall. And for whatever reason, it felt like home.
Yes.
I loved walking around. I didn't mind the rain. Everything about the energy of it just felt so amazing.
The vibe,
and I was just at awe. Like, I was surprised at myself.
It's very captivating. It's really captivating. And from my point of view, in my school, and I had kind of like an English school, and we were, learning all of that. English is the capital of Great Britain and all of that stuff. And I was imagining London as a very grayish city with sort of very moody weather. And through all my life in London, maybe it was like 3 or 4 days of rain. It actually a big misconception, I must say.
Interesting. So you're in London, studying singing. How did you get on X Factor?
So it was such an interesting story. I was kind of very different from that society as well in London. So they're very like casual, like wearing all that casual clothing, or kind of like rocky vibe. And I was such a glamorous girl wearing high heels and all of that stuff. So for a while, when I was studying there, I was receiving kind of like reviews from mentors and coaches, and also my people with whom I studied in one classroom. So they were like, everyone is talking about you. I was like, I wish in a good way. And they're like, yeah, you're so much different from others. And I received an email saying, "Hey, we're doing audition for X Factor in our institute. There are some scouting process, and people from X Factor, they're gonna come. And if you want to join, just reply to this email." And I was like, "Why not? I'm here to study, so I'm going back to Russia. At least I have this experience. At least I learned the process, how they do it, because it was my dream to do that." And I was like, of course it's not gonna happen. Of course it's not gonna happen.
Of course.
Yes. But at least I will see the whole process. Maybe I will learn from it. Maybe I will, apply some sort of stuff to my life or to other auditions that I would have in the future. So when I entered the room, I saw a bunch of people, like maybe 100 something. Everyone was with guitar or with any sort of instrument, like ukuleles or pianos, like portable pianos, some sort of like that. And I was like, I don't have one. I just wore a dress, high heels again. And I was like, I think it's not gonna happen for me because this style is different. Maybe they expect something different from what I'm doing. And I was like, I'm gonna be just myself. I was like, what is the best song that kind of translates my energy, my vibe, my character? I was like, of course it's Tina Turner. You're simply the best. Like this one. And I was like, okay, so just to exaggerate this a little bit, if it needs to be exaggerating even more. And I was like, I will enter the room with quite confidence and saying, hey, I'm coming all the way from Russia to do this audition. They were just blown out. They were like blown away with my energy, with my vibe, and they were like, whoa, my gosh. And, I felt like I had this gut feeling that it went well. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I just, I just will forget about it. Do not just stick with this thought. So whatever it comes, I will appreciate it. Whatever comes, I appreciate it. And in maybe a few weeks, they were like, Irina, can you come for a callback to our studios where we actually film X Factor? And then I came to my classroom and I was asking other classmates, like, guys, did you receive the callback? And it's like, which callback? What are you talking about? I was like, okay. Nobody received the callback besides me. I was the only one who got a callback. And every single student in my college was like, who is she? She just came from Russia 2 months ago and she's receiving a callback. And for whatever reason, they were shocked.
Yeah. So beautiful. When we met.
In Pensacola.
In Pensacola, Florida.
I never thought there is a town called Pensacola. And I actually never thought that Florida resides on that side of the coast. Uh-huh. Interesting. I was like, is it Florida really? I thought it's Alabama, but whatever.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close. Yeah, so when we met, and I just really remember your energy.
Okay.
Your energy was very good. You're projecting confidence. You're not afraid to shine.
No.
You're walking into the room and you light up and everybody's like,
this is good to know.
Yes. Which kind of fits with what you're doing with your project with ANIMA.
Yes.
Because one of the things that just really struck me in our conversation the other night was, yes, you achieved things, and we're going to talk about your business background too, but it's that you want other women to shine. And you'd rather not even anymore because you've done your fair share. So can you talk a little bit more about, well, no, actually, we're not going to go to ANIMA. LA, US, how did that move happen?
So actually, it happened because of X Factor. Beautiful. Honestly. So because I'm a Russian citizen, I'm a US citizen already, but before that I was just Russian citizen, and it was a problem for me to get again a UK visa after I passed all the auditions for the X Factor show, and I got that call, and I will remember this evening like throughout all my life, for all my life. So I received that manager who was auditioning me, and you have to go through like 4 or 5 auditions before you got to the final point. And I was in Russia, and he was texting me on Facebook, like saying, Irina, your UK number doesn't work. How we can reach you? And I was like, I'm in Russia right now, so call to this number. And he was calling me like saying, Irina, you're in. You're among like 80 people out of 200,000 people who got to the final point. So you will be on the show, on the national TV in UK and all over the world. And I felt so happy. I have goosebumps right now. And when I hang up, I was like, I don't know what to do right now, because I reached my happiest point. I was like, I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to call anyone. I don't want to eat. What should I do right now? Like in this physical body while feeling this amazing.
All this energy?
Yes, emotion. I was like, I'm so incredibly happy. But I had one problem. My visa expired. And I had to renew it. And I got 2 refusals back to back. My lawyer said, this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. X Factor people, they were writing papers to the government, to the Home Office, saying, hey, we are responsible for her. She's just for filming. We'll take care of her. Please give her artist visa. So they were even doing my paperwork.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, guys, I feel so bad that, like it happened. And actually my lawyer told me, unless you change your circumstances for your life, kind of lifestyle with what you apply for a visa, this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
So at that time I had a friend, and he told me, okay, so how about you go to Los Angeles with me and you apply for a green card for aliens with extraordinary abilities. And then UK people in Home Office, they kind of considered you a US resident rather than Russian citizen. So you have basically like no intention to immigrate to Great Britain.
Yep.
And they would give you a visa. And it worked. I mean, it sounds easy. It took me 2 years to get to that point.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. But then when I got the work permit in the United States and I applied for British visa, I got it. And they were like X Factor people, they were waiting for me.
Wow.
They were like checking with me every year, like, are you good? You good to go to UK right now? And then it's like, you know what? I got it. Yes. So, it's not that easy as it seems to get on the X Factor, not because of 200,000 people.
Because of paperwork.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
big journey.
It's fascinating. And like for me, one of the other things that I admired about you is your grit and your resilience. And like what it took to move countries, what it took to go through your own personal transformations and some of the family things that you shared. And how you just keep going and you keep going and you keep focusing and serving and going after bigger and bigger dreams. And I know some people who are very talented, singers, dancers, and I know some people who are really good at business, but I don't know very many people who do both well. And you were saying how you're in this business conference and people think you're a model and you get pissed off.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, okay, you came from Russia, you got a way to live in the United States. How did you get into business? And how that whole side of you and your passions and your talents emerged?
So, you know, to be successful in entertainment industry, you should have great business skills, because it's not about your talent. Nobody cares about your talent. It's all about how you position yourself, how you do this lead generation, how you find gigs, how you tell people that you're the one that they need to hire. And so it's all these communication strategies, positioning, creating the best project of yourself and presenting it to people. So it, like I said, it's all about business. So when I was looking for a job, either Great Britain or United States, I was presenting myself as the most valuable project for them, so their business would thrive because of me. So, and it happened to me all the time. When I was, okay, so please hire me as a singer, I will bring you the audience would stay, you will have your LTV, you know, and all that stuff. And they were like, okay, wait a second, you can sing at some point, but how about you work with us as a creative producer, yes, or manager, or general manager, or client relations manager, so sort of that type of thing.
Yeah.
So my business side was with me all the time. So even in London, I got this job of doing creative production for the club, inviting audience, talking with investors, and making them feel comfortable, and of course singing with them as the result of, you know, my sort of like creative production and stuff. But in the core, it was more about business. And I was hiding that side from public, because I was like, I need to focus on just me singing on stage. I don't want to be that, you know, all over the place. And then I was like, why am I hiding this side? Because I really do that. And then I realized that I value more all the process of getting to the point when I'm singing and I got this job, I got this gig, rather than, I mean, I love singing. I love these, you know, powerful moments and all of that thing. But that journey, that game, with this adrenaline, like either I'm getting this or not, so how should I package it, how should I propose it, what kind of moving parts I need to just connect to actually make it. That's what was really driving me. And then when COVID hit, I was like, yeah, I do have my business side, actually. I'm not just a singer. So while my other, like, you know, friends and artists were really struggling with that, oh, we don't have a concert, what a shame, whatever, it's such a bad thing right now, what are we gonna do? I was like, I can do so many things. This is kind of so exciting.
Yeah, I think it's the part of us that's shared, like you got out of Russia, then you got to United States, which is like the land of possibilities, and
Yes,
never once like we take it for granted, because we didn't come from that. And interesting when you were saying how like you never really fit in Russia. I felt the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like in the moment that I could leave, which, you know, I manifested it, which is a whole nother story. But I arrived in the United States and people are asking me, it's like, oh, was it hard to adapt? I'm like, no. I felt like home.
Exactly.
Here you can do anything you want.
Yes.
You can create whatever you want. You can set goals. You can achieve goals. Everybody does it here.
I never felt depressed here in the United States. In Russia, I felt it every single day, looking at this gray sky, that gray sky, you know, and it's like no place to go, whatever. Here, you can breathe. Yeah. You know, this is the most amazing feel.
Yeah. And with you, like, bringing those business skills to support your singing career, how did you learn? How did you learn how to like do business and sales and marketing, talk to investors? Because that's not a typical thing you grow up in Russia with.
Yes, but I didn't grow up with a silver or golden spoon in my mouth, you know? So I'm coming from not a very poor family. My mom, she was giving me the best she could, and I really appreciate it. But I was about like that teenage when I was like, I need to get some side hustle to buy myself the dress I want, or some sort of that stuff where you want to look amazing and you need to take care of yourself. And I think it is a blessing. It brings you that type of motivation that you need in your life, that drive, that inner drive that keeps you going. And that helped a lot.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, the adversity builds strength.
Yes.
You know, whatever doesn't kill us make us stronger.
Definitely.
And fascinating. So you got, as a singer, into business, and then people loved your business side. And then you started doing all sorts of stuff with startups. So talk about that a little bit.
So, it was quite my secret how to approach some business people who were like really hard to approach. I was like jumping on the stage. I was singing a song, and then they came to me like, "Oh wow, we heard you sing, and that was so cool." I was like, "Really, thank you so much. And I have this amazing project I want to talk about." And then, so that's the key, and that was the idea.
What was the expression on their face when you said that?
Was very inviting from one side, and from the other side it was, you're not getting anywhere. You're just talking to me right now, and we are here to discuss business and make it very entertaining for you as well. So yeah, this is sort of that secret, and this is the main point that I'm sharing with my members in our business community, that in order to have a successful networking experience, you have to jump on the stage or, take a mic and shine and express yourself. So that's how people learn about you. That's how they learn about your project. And that's how you using this also time compression thing. So you're spreading this message around 300 people rather than just going one by one.
Yeah, it's like this analogy in business of like lighthouse versus tugboat. It's like you can bring the boats to you, or you try to haul them around.
Exactly.
And to me, like for us women, I think, well, everybody has masculine and feminine side. But this is more of the feminine quality. Like we attract, we pull in.
I think so.
Instead of like going and chasing it. Once we pull in, then what we do with it is a whole other story.
Yes. Yeah. The question?
No, I didn't get to the question yet.
Okay.
I thought you were about to say something.
Yeah.
How did the passion for building a community came along for you?
So after like singing for years, touring all around the world, I was like, I don't feel that I'm bringing that much value to this world. And I felt not just, frustrated, or I didn't feel that fulfillment that I wish I would feel. Let me put it that way. So I was like, yes, I can entertain people. I can spread the message around. I can actually convey meanings into the song. But I felt like I can do so much more. What would be the best project where I can put everything into this project and make it impactful? And then I came up with the idea of community. I was working for the women's communities for a while, for about like 6 years, doing creative production, hosting business awards, hosting women's events, and sort of that stuff. And I saw that when I see other people succeed, when I see them successful, when I see them implementing these strategies in their own way. So not I'm teaching them, but I'm kind of like unfolding the beauty, like helping them, just guiding them through their own journey. And I felt so happy. Like I was singing at the stadium for thousands of people. I was like, that's it. Oh my gosh. Like I was chasing my personal scale of performing for thousands of people, being like a superstar, being famous, being well known, but I didn't achieve any happiness. And here you go, when you come closer to people, when you're not chasing that number, like thousands of people, like about the audience, and you go just one by one and helping just one person at a time, I was so happy. I was like, this is it. This is how you actually deliver the value, deliver your mission, and you feel like each day is amazing, is wonderful.
Yeah, it's so interesting how like we always find, well, not we and not always, but some people who like get to that point of like achieving and getting things in houses and cars and fame and whatever.
Yes.
There comes that time, is like, is that it? Like, why are we here? And the fulfillment and the journey of discovery, what fulfills you,
Yes.
which is different for everybody. What fulfills you, what fulfills me, are actually very similar. That's why we're talking here today. And which is like, my main fulfillment is people transformation and creating what they want. That's it. And there are some people who get fulfillment, helping nature and animals and all of that. So we all are unique, but it is all around contribution of some sort. And that's, in a way, it's selfless, but it's selfish.
Yes.
Because I love the way that I feel when I help people and their dreams come to reality because of my support. I would do it all day, every day. Sure, getting paid is a good, nice side thing, but it's that kind of like way to support others with what we wished we had, when we were little. And when we achieved it, we want to share, we want to help.
Exactly. I think that's how we show up to this world and how we shine in this world. This is how we make ourselves visible to the universe, and actually going to that point when we feel this connection to every single system, and we feel aligned.
Yeah.
And I think this is the most beautiful way.
Yeah, and I think alignment, that's what I imagine draws people to you. Because what I noticed for me, like anytime I would like hire somebody as my mentor, or people come and hire me, it's like, I want what they have, but it's not the things, it's the feeling. It's the state.
Absolutely.
It's that kind of like alignment of like the soul, the mind, the physical, the metaphysical. And when they sense it in you, they're like, oh, I want that.
Yes.
How? I just want to sit next to you. And sure, let's do some singing lessons or business lessons, but like they want that state, that alignment and that
energy.
Yeah. And then you are now creating a way to do that that's scalable. So it's not just you spending time with each individual, because that's, there's only so many people you can help. So tell us about your vision for ANIMA.
So we are creating a global community, and we're about to open other chapters, not just in Los Angeles, but in Miami, Boston, Dubai, London, Europe, other cities. And I want to see more happy, expressed, visible women all around the world, that they live their soul, that they found their anima, and they're happy, they're visible, vibrant.
That to me, it's like, oh, like you're living your purpose, and now you're helping other women discovering and uncovering and living their purpose, and you're doing it so just genuinely. And
thank you so much.
Gotta kind of like when you give and give and give, I was like, please make sure it's equal energy exchange. Right? We'll get there. But that part of like you finding your center and you bring in that feeling and supporting other people get there too. That to me, I think that's why we resonate so much.
Yes.
Let's do more of that.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same. And this is how you're resonating with this world. So
yeah, and then
this is what brings you the energy back.
Yeah, and also with women like working together, collaborating, because I think that's another power component of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. There is so much magic in there.
So where can people find you, follow you, connect with you?
Instagram, LinkedIn. I don't know, like if you're putting like...
Yeah, we'll put the links so you can find Irina. Sure.
Yeah, so I am very open to any connections. I'm very active in my work, and I would love to see more people in our community, more women.
And if you were to leave one advice to a woman who is going through her turning point, maybe through her darkest moments, trying to figure out how to get out of a certain mess into the light, what's one message would you give for every woman to hear in that moment?
Listen to yourself, don't lie to yourself, and make this deep choice to move forward.
Yeah.
I think this is the key, because the faith that we move throughout our dark moments, this is the key. But first you need to make this deep choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
More to come.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Until next time.